try. Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
Morning. I just got done feeding the baby. She has been a little bit more difficult this time around when it comes to breastfeeding. And I'm pretty sure a lot of it has to do with her being premature. She just gets tired really easy. So I've changed up my routine of what I'm used to when it comes to breastfeeding. And I have been feeding her for like 30 minutes, and then when she falls asleep, I have been pumping because she always wakes up hungry pretty quickly. She's just not as good at expressing as much milk as efficiently, which I know will get better over time, but that way I can get rid of all the milk. But then she takes a bottle because she just has an easier time with it. So we have been working on that with her, but I have a decent amount I want to get done today. Oh, I'm going to share a recipe later on. I'm making apple butter today. I started it last night, and the house currently smells amazing from that. So after I get done in this bedroom, just tidying it up, I'm going to share that with you because I'm super excited about that.
Forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this.
So this is the first day that I was able to put back on my Helena jeans, which felt so good. It felt so good to have normal clothes on. I actually had someone ask. They asked if I was doing okay because I've lost a lot of weight since having Athena. And I'm doing really well. I actually am not surprised at the amount of weight I have dropped since having Athena because I didn't really gain. I think I gained the entire pregnancy about 8 pounds, which means I had lost weight while being pregnant. So I've actually dropped under my pre-pregnancy weight, which I am thankful for. I actually really want to get on, once I'm able to, a better workout plan and diet plan and everything, because knowing that Athena is my last, it would be nice to get down in size a little bit. I'm not horribly stressing about it because, let's be honest, stressing about anything doesn't help anything. So, and that comes for literally everything in your life. If you're stressing about your house, money, all those things, like honestly, stress does not fix anything. So I'm not stressing about it, but there's definitely something I would like to do once my body is more healed. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy, at least for the next 3 weeks to a month, just to make sure I get to my 6-week appointment and have my doctors okay on everything. Because I definitely still notice every once in a while, like if I overexert myself, that I'm a little bit sore, and I just really want to listen to my body. So still being very careful, but it did feel so good to get back into these Helena jeans and just feel normal again. And I'm sure any mama out there gets it. Like when you've been in maternity clothes and everything for weeks, it feels so good to just get back into your regular clothes.
I'm looking up from my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I Don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day.
So, because I know people are going to ask, so I'm actually doing this voiceover. It's about 9 o'clock at night on Thursday. You guys are seeing this video Friday's morning. I know people are going to ask about Helena and how we are doing with this storm and everything. So, the kids did not have school today on Thursday, but it is scheduled for them to go back to school tomorrow. We are actually on the Atlantic side. So, we've gotten some like outer bands of the storm. But for the most part, nothing more than just like tropical storm type winds and rain and everything. So we did take all the precautions and make sure that our generator was charged and everything just in case we lost power. Bobby took down the flags and spiked the trampoline, like all the basic stuff. But I can say currently at about 9 o'clock at night, we really haven't had anything other than some wind and a little bit of rain, but nothing too crazy. And from watching the weather, because we've had the weather on all day today, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything too much more than this. The one nice thing about this storm is it is moving quickly. So we still have to deal with the wind and everything, but it at least is making the rain not as big of a factor. But like I said, we are also on the Atlantic side. Definitely reach out if you know anyone on the Gulf side, especially near the Panhandle and the elbow of Florida, because it looks like that is honestly where they're going to be getting hit the hardest. So I'm just very grateful that it is not on our side. I'm now just quickly cleaning up these rugs. I love having the runners that are washable. It has made my life so much easier. I wash these so much more often, and it just keeps everything nice and clean because let's be honest, like the kitchen, that runner's always going to get dirty. Food and stuff spilling. Obviously bathrooms, I like to wash them on a regular basis. And yeah, I love having these washable rugs. But I did have to take a quick break to feed little Athena. So just give you guys some baby cuteness here before getting into the recipe. I have my stuff I started last night for my apple butter. I have to find the cinnamon sticks I put in here though before I move on. Oh, there's one. So as I search for the other cinnamon stick, we'll go back in time real quick and I'll show you what I did to prepare this last night.
About to leave, already packing, come with me.
So like I said, I had seen this on a reel or TikTok, something like that, and it looked so good. And I had the apples and stuff already, so I really want to make it. I love apple butters and things like that, and when I saw how easy this was to make, I knew I wanted to make it. So I just cut up a bunch of apples. I don't even know how many I did, but pretty much enough to pretty much fill my small slow cooker, and just chopped it up and then added the different spices to it. But this is super easy if you are looking for something that is a great little like fall recipe. And like I said, the house smelled amazing, absolutely amazing, because you started this the night before, put it on low and let it go all night in the sugar and spices and apples and everything. So basically, if you love simmer pots but you want it to be something practical that you and your family can use, make some apple butter. It's basically like making the best simmer pot ever. And the best thing about that is afterwards, you put this on some toast or waffles, pancakes, anything, and it is absolutely amazing.
We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done.
Now, when it came to the stuff I put in it, I did a cup of granulated sugar as well as a cup of brown sugar. And then I took some apple pie spice. I love apple pie spice. It pretty much has all the amazing flavors in it, as well as some vanilla and some cinnamon sticks. And like I said, I just put this on low and let it simmer all night. And turned out so amazing. Like 10:30 last night. So it's now 9:30, so it's been about 11 hours. So now you're supposed to take the immersion blender and blend this completely smooth. And they say once you think it's blended enough, blend it some more. And then we leave it to cook for another 2 hours on high without the cover so it starts to thicken up. Super smooth now. Very, very smooth. I made sure to really over blend it just like they said. And then yeah, now it's still pretty liquidy. And I'm glad I saw some recipes where people added apple juice and stuff. And I'm like, apples release so much liquid. I feel like that's not necessary. And I'm glad I listened to my gut because I definitely don't think adding liquid is necessary. There's already very liquidy. And now I'll just watch for this to start thickening up before I jar it up. I'm making enough so that we will have some. I want to give some to my mom, and then I want to give some to my aunt because we're always sharing stuff like this, and I think they'll enjoy it. Now, because my family loves apples and I had used them all the night before when I had my Walmart order delivered on this day, I did get more apples because especially Freya would not be happy if I didn't have apples in the house. Apples, oranges, and grapes are like the three fruits that I try and keep in the house pretty much all the time because those are the ones that they grab for the most. But I'm just doing a quick cleanup of the kitchen. Let's be honest, the kitchen always needs a quick cleanup. There's just always things around, dishes and whatnot that need to get handled. Oh, also, when you do the apple butter, this time where I just put it on high and let it cook and thicken, it does work really, really well, but keep in mind that it makes a mess. I had apple butter spots all over my backsplash and my counters and absolutely everything, and I was not expecting that.
Your body speaks my language and you read me like a book. This night means forever and so does me and you. We say we love, we say we love. We gave it all, we gave it all. We say we love.
So I'm always sharing my favorite cleaning products and stuff. I would love to know what your guys' is, like if you have a go-to cleaning product that you haven't seen me use before, let me know. Because I'm always telling you guys like the multi-purpose sprays I love using, the glass cleaners I love using, all the different things that are like in my arsenal of cleaning tools. But I learned so much from you guys in the comments with recommendations and stuff. And I love learning it, trying it out, and then sharing it with others. So I would love to know if there are like ride or die cleaning supplies that you guys love that you haven't seen me use. Because like I said, you guys know, in this glass bottle, I've got a multi-purpose cleaner. Actually, I think today it is Thieves Cleaner. You guys know I like going between like Thieves, Pine Sol, and then the Melaleuca Tough and Tender multi-purpose cleaner. But yeah, I'm always sharing with you guys, so I would love to know if there is a multi-purpose cleaner or a wood cleaner or floor cleaner that is like your guys' go-to, must-try, ride or die, love it in your arsenal of cleaning supplies.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time.
Now, when it comes to cleaning my stainless steel, oh, sorry. Yawning in the middle of trying to start talking to you guys. How rude. I will normally just use my multi-purpose spray. However, when I do go in with a stainless steel cleaner, because I still like going in with a stainless steel cleaner to like give it a good shine, I have learned spraying it on your cloth first makes the biggest difference, because often the biggest annoyance is all the streaks from using the stainless steel cleaner that is hard to actually buff out. I'm gonna quickly throw dinner together. I am making basically beef stew but with pork. I and everyone in our house loves pork, and this is kind of great because pork is usually cheaper. Plus, sometimes you're just trying to use up what's in your house, which is what I am doing. I didn't make any slow cooker freezer meals when I was prepping for baby, because to me, slow cooker meals are so easy. I don't need to prep them and make them freezer ready. So I'm gonna start by cutting up my pork, put it all in here, and then I'll show you everything I'm doing to doctor it up.
I'm sick of lying here all alone and nearly sleepless at night. I'm honest, it's boring. 1,000,000 demons surrounding me, picking a fight. It's toxic.
I have to say these easy soups and slow cooker meals have been great during postpartum, along with my freezer meals, because I have allowed my freezer meals to like last me so much longer. So on days that I'm like more energized and can like do more, I'll do these easy soups or crock pot meals, and it works really well. And then on days where I just didn't feel like trying to figure out dinner, those freezer meals have come in so handy. Definitely is worth the little bit of effort to do those freezer meals. Honestly, even if you don't aren't having a baby or anything, but just want some simple, easy meals, I definitely want to have more freezer meals more often in our freezer, just for those days where you're like, I just don't feel like it, and often turns into like a McDonald's night. We haven't had those McDonald's nights because I have had these on hand. But then I cut up 3 stalks of celery along with 3 carrots and a large yellow onion, and I'm just throwing all of this into the pot. And then I also went in with a whole thing of mushrooms. You can definitely leave the mushrooms out if you want to. A can of golden mushroom soup, which I learned about golden mushroom soup recently. It is delicious and just gives just a little bit of something different when you're used to like cream of mushroom. I added some pork gravy packets. This is great. It just adds a lot of flavor to it and richness to this whole thing. And then, of course, you guys know I love my Lipton onion soup mixes. And this one is the mushroom one. So I'm going to put this in here as well. And then, of course, always just season with your heart. So I'm going in with Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, all of my favorites. I never measure. I always just go and throw it in there. And then when it gets closer to dinner time, I'll taste it and see if I need to add more. And then I did 3 cans of water. And then I just put that on low and let it simmer. And of course, it was time to feed the baby again. So, yeah, this is my life now. I get stuff done, and then I have to go sit down and feed little Miss Athena, and I don't really mind. It forces me to take a break when you guys know I am often just a person that is all about go, go, go. However, one thing that was bugging me is all the hair that had built up on these chairs. So this is literally just from like Bailey, because obviously Minnie's way too small for her to affect this. But this is just from Bailey walking around and rubbing up against these chairs. So I would just wanted to go in real quick and clean all of these off with the brush attachment. It made me feel a lot better because I'd actually been noticing this for weeks now. And it was, like I said, just drive me crazy. Sometimes it's those little things you see that you just can't get out of your head that drive you absolutely bonkers.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize. And that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you.
Oh, being by the coffee maker makes me think. So my blood pressure has been fabulous. I have been off the medication, doing great, and my love for coffee has come back, and it has been so nice enjoying coffee again and just caffeine in general. I was being very careful with caffeine after having Athena because my blood pressure was crazy, and I had heard from a couple of people that caffeine can affect that. But man, it feels so good to have coffee again, even though my coffee area is always a mess. There's always coffee grounds and stuff everywhere. But that is one reason I do love this mini vacuum. It just is simple and easy to clean up this area every single day because this is definitely somewhere that has to be cleaned on the daily.
I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize. And that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna break.
And then after I was done in the dining room, moving into the family room, which is very much a just kind of catch-all mess lately, especially this table closest to you guys that you can see it, because I literally will sit here for hours during the day, just hours. This is where I feed Athena most of the time. Sometimes it's in our room, in our bed, but usually it is right there. So I've got wipes there. I've got usually soda and water. Oh, water is a must when breastfeeding. 100% stay hydrated. I am more parched now with breastfeeding than ever. Like, I forgot how thirsty and hungry you get when feeding a baby. But needless to say, it just becomes a hot mess over here. So at least once a day, and I say at least because often it has to be done way more than once a day, I will just go through and clean this up because no lies, yes, there's usually a dirty diaper on this table because my routine is usually I will feed her, play with her, and then she'll go down for a nap. Obviously, she still sleeps a lot, but before I feed her, I change her every single time. So I will change her and then feed her, and then often they just get left wherever I am sitting because that's just kind of the life we're in right now. I do, obviously, once I like get up and moving around and doing stuff, we'll try and clean them up and whatnot. Or if Bobby's like around, he will often grab them and throw them in the garbage. But yeah, that's just sometimes the way it goes. Like, yeah, that's why I've never had diaper genies though, because I feel like they're just, I personally wouldn't make the effort to go wherever that diaper genie is. So that's why I never did it. And then my best friend right now is our Eufy robot vacuum because I am still being careful with vacuuming and stuff. I have been starting to do a little bit more, but obviously vacuuming is one thing they want you to stay away from. So this has thickened up a lot. It also made quite a mess as it was cooking on high without the cover. And then I forgot to show this. I did boil some jars that I'm going to put this in, but I think it's good and now I can start filling it. So if you're wondering why I boiled the jars, one, it cleans and sterilizes them, but two, I had read, because I was wondering if I was going to have to water glass boil these to seal them, but I had read when it comes to this, for the most part, you can just take your hot apple butter in equally hot jars and put the seal on them. Obviously, you want to make sure the lids are hot, like everything's the same hot temp, and they will naturally seal themselves. It did work for me. What was it? Crazy Canning Lady on Facebook group, something like that. I had looked into it. They said I didn't have to water bath them if I did it this way. So I was giving it a try. It was nice. This ended up filling 4 of these small jars, which was perfect because I knew I wanted to give one to my aunt and one to my mom and dad, especially since my mom cans often. So we'll often get like canned stuff from her. So I felt like this was perfect that we got to keep 2. And I was able to give 1 to each of them as well. They, like I said, turned out so good. I ended up making toast and stuff right after filling those. And the kids and I had some toast with the leftover apple butter that was still in the slow cooker. So we had the warm toast with the warm apple butter. And it was absolutely amazing.
When you close your eyes, do you feel alive? Do you know I'm going crazy for you tonight? Summer's around the corner. I know it's not gonna be over. Summer's around the corner. How can we make this go on forever? Make this forever summer. Summer's around the corner. I know it's not gonna be over.
Now, one thing I want you guys to take out of this video is realizing that sometimes you're not going to get everything done. Sometimes you're not going to get the deep cleaning done. But if you can go around and just spend like 15 minutes, 10 minutes even on one area of your house, it makes such a huge difference, because pretty much everything I did in this video, I don't think any task took me more than 10 to 15 minutes. And when you're busy or dealing with something in your life, if it's chronic illness, mental illness, newborns, toddlers, whatever it is, I know as moms, we often don't have hours on end to clean and get stuff done. But I always tell you guys, it's about progress over perfection, because when we stress out about, well, I said this before, stressing out about anything doesn't help you out. So if you can just focus on spending a little bit of time here and there and not worry about the house being perfect, but just trying to make it a little bit better than it was, over time, cleaning and maintaining a clean house gets so much easier, because you just get into a routine. Just these little 10-minute projects here, 15-minute projects there, along with a good effort to declutter and organize your home, will make the biggest difference in the world. But if you guys enjoyed today's video and you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe. Obviously, for everyone that isn't new here and always watching my videos to the end, I absolutely love you guys and appreciate all the support you guys give me. Drop me a sunshine emoji down below if you made it this far, because we are praying for sunshine over the next couple of days after Hurricane Helena. So give me some sunshine in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.